So this is our dance studio. As we walk through our doors at Bradshaw, this is our pride and joy, our Worlds trophies. And just down here we have Dance Royalty for Australia. We won that last year at Nationals. So this is our dance studio. It's also natural down a gym. So this is where we train 24/7. We've also got facilities upstairs, 2 rooms. So up there.
Hi, I'm Coralie Bradshaw and I'm the owner of Bradshaw Dance and Cheer.
Hi everybody, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Giselle, and we're 2 of the coaches from Bradshaw Elite.
How long has Bradshaw Dance and Cheer been around for?
41 years. Last year we had our 40th celebration of Bradshaw, and it was very exciting. So yeah, we've been around for quite a while.
How did you become the owner of Bradshaw Dance and Cheer, and what gave you the idea?
Very obviously 40 years ago, I was dancing my whole life, and I was fortunate enough to get a full-time dance scholarship after I left school. So to supplement that, I started teaching in my garage with little people, because I just was always good at choreography and that sort of thing. And it sort of just evolved from there. I did, and I started off with like 4 pupils. Then we got about 20 or so and moved to a little hall down the road, and the rest, as they say, is history. In between all that, I did some musical theatre professionally in Australia, and was fortunate enough to have some friends that took it over while I was doing all that sort of stuff, travelling around Australia. And then when I decided to settle down and get married and have my own family, we decided to, take off in a big way with it, and we sure did.
Who is the principal and owner of Bradshaw Dance and Cheer is our mum. So she actually had the school before we were born. So Giselle and I were both born into it. We're sort of dancing as soon as we could walk, grew up at the studio, and were trained by mum, came up sort of through the ranks, coached and mentored by her, which is still going. So that's sort of how we got involved in dance. I went to LA and spent a few months in LA when I was 16, and trained at the Edge there, mostly in hip hop, which at the time wasn't really a style that we had grown up doing. I just really fell in love with it. Really enjoyed sort of freestyle or coming up with different variations of my own combos and stuff. And so as soon as I got home, I said to mum that I wanted to try hip hop out with a team and see if I could put together a routine. It kind of just sort of snowballed from there, and now I do teach everything, but I choreograph hip hop for all age groups, and we compete from tiny up to our open in hip hop competitively, which is awesome. And that's just kind of the path that it's taken for me, and now I'm a 4-time world hip hop coach, which is just crazy. But yeah, that's how I've ended up here.
It's been really, really good growing up with all of that around us. I also did a lot of gym when I was a kid, so I had those 2 passions while I was going through school. So we did start doing acro classes to help with our dance skills, and I loved that class. It was like my favourite class to do. And I started shadow coaching with our acro teacher at the time, who actually then got a job being the Pink Power Ranger. I took over that class. It was my very first teaching class full-time for mum, and I went on then to teach jazz and tap, ballet, everything else, which was great. And then around 2009 we did our first cheerleading competition here in Australia, and we got our eyes open to the lovely world of cheerleading and Pom, which was not something that we'd ever done or heard of before. And mum just said, "Oh, you're going to do that?" And I said, "Oh my God, okay." So we actually went really well our first competition, and since then I've been, getting my credentials and making sure that we're up to date with all the latest techniques and things like that. So now we're doing Pom again for 4 times this world, so it's pretty exciting.
What is the best part of your job?
The best part of my job is seeing young students grow in self-confidence, and when you have students that come to the studio that are pretty quiet and shy, and then, you know, after being with us for a while, their mum comes in and says, oh, you know, they at school they got up for news and they spoke to the class and they couldn't believe it, and their teacher can't believe how much they've come out of themselves, and it's because of their encouragement here and feeling comfortable, and so I think that for me that's very important, that the self-confidence and feeling good about yourself, that we can pass that on. The other thing that's really nice about this job is, particularly because I've been in it for so long, is that like 3 generations. I've got ex-students that I teach their children now, and I think that's really nice.
It is really special, you know, teaching, you know, a tiny how to do a turn, or just to stretch properly, or when they achieve a trick and cheer. It's really awesome. It's one of my favourite things. It's really special to me because, you know, that's how I started, and it's, you know, 25 years later, it's still happening.
I mean, we're taking kids to Worlds who are teenagers, who the 3 of us have coached, you know, since they were 10. Some kids in here are 10, 11 years on into their training with us, and we can remember them coming through as minis, youth age kids, and working one-on-one with them, developing their technique and getting them to the point that they're now Worlds athletes. And being part of that journey and seeing people achieve their dreams and feeling like you had a part in it, even if it was a small part, it's just so amazing to feel like you've made a difference, however small, in somebody's life.
If you really have the desire to do it, we'll give you a go. And you know, people always say that they think that we're this big school. We're not. And I think that's testament to that, because if you come through that door and you want to be on stage, you get the opportunity to do that. I'm really happy that they get the chance to do that and experience a passion for dance that I have and that my girls have, and I think that's what probably makes us a little bit special. Care about the underdog a little bit more than anybody else.
I really treasure my relationship with the younger students. Giselle and I both teach all age groups, and really have a great relationship with some of our younger students, and it's definitely very rewarding being part of their growth and seeing them achieve things, whether it's a small thing in class or getting up on stage and doing something that they've been working towards for a long time. This job is just so rewarding, and the younger students really make our studio what it is, I think, because we're such a family and it's such a community atmosphere here.
Being part of Bradshaw's is really special because we have a real sense of community here. As Brittany said before, like, we really are a big family. All our students know each other.
I think the open sort of senior group know the tinies and minis by name. Like, everybody in the whole studio, we all know each other. It's a fun, kind of community-oriented place to be. Very much a place for growth, and a place where I'm constantly pushing myself creatively. We're always trying to beat whatever we did last season. And for me, that's really brought out the best in my ability and just kind of shown me what I'm capable of. And I've achieved things that I just never, ever would have thought that I could do for myself. I think because we do have high standards and we are competitive, in the end that ends up really benefiting young teachers like us, because we're just constantly pushed, and I feel like it's almost being under Mum's guidance has kind of fast-tracked us and really helped us to get an edge in this industry, and I'm definitely very grateful for all the opportunities that I've had here, so that's a big deal to me.
All 3 of our coaches are in fact, mother and daughter, and having that really does bring a different vibe into our studio through all age groups. You know, the relationship that they have then benefits the routines. Although we have, you know, a definite pom and a specific hip hop coach, or, you know, one jazz coach, having that relationship as they are, you know, family, they then can put in their input into every routine and, you know, their ideas. How about we try this, or how about we try that? And overall, I feel as though it really does benefit and maximise our, you know, routine's full potential.
I like coming to Bradshaw because it's basically just another family, and everyone's so nice to each other and learn new things.
Just because we're like a family, and yeah.
It's not only a dance studio, but we're one big happy family.
It is. Because if you go to another place, it's just not, everyone's like, but everyone here's nice to each other.
The Bradshaw Elite team are an extended part of their family, whether they like it or not. In saying that, you know, it comes to Christmas time and we get invited over to their house with all their, you know, relatives to, you know, do a big lighting of their house with all the Christmas lights. We then have barbecue, and like we really are part of their family.
I like the little kids when they come up to me, they give me hugs and say hello.
I like coming to Bradshaw because there's a lot of opportunities involved.
How you going, Miss Demi? How's everything? Can you teach me hip hop, or are you doing cheer this week?
It's just a happy environment.
Environment around here, everyone's so nice to each other, like we all get along so well. Yeah. It helps you, all the teachers help you with your life. Like, they teach you good life lessons and morals, and they support you in a lot of things, like not only dancing wise, also like school and work, and yeah, everyone just supports each other and everything.
Yeah, it's good to be around all the people, hardworking studio, and I've learned a lot of things that I've never been taught before.
Maybe don't say that. Okay. What makes Bradshaw unique is the fact that we use the dancers that we already have. We don't audition anybody. Everyone trains very, very hard to reach a certain level. We don't bring in people that don't come from Bradshaw. So, yeah. I'm gonna go with that one. Oh.
I think because we've been together for so long, I think that's what makes it really special, and everyone can do all three styles.
Everyone just loves each other, and it's a really happy place.
Being given this opportunity, I feel as though, you know, it is something that has taken me out of my comfort zone. You know, I express myself, and always have, through dance, you know, for the past 13 years that I have been doing it, and to get the opportunity to then speak about it, it's something challenging for me, and it would be great to say that I've, you know, overcome, you know, a fear of speaking and expressing myself in front of a camera.
Our dance captain, Rachelle, is a prime example of that. She's worked really hard since, I don't know, long time since she started with Bradshaw's, and it's really paid off, all her hard work. I mean, I used to take her for solos, so I feel really touched that I've been able to watch her do this journey from pretty much day one at Bradshaw's. And, you know, from watching this gangly teenager who just was desperate to be an amazing dancer to the athlete that she is today,
She is an amazing dancer.
It's truly special. Like, I'm very, very proud of her. Oh, I would just like to say how proud I am of Rachelle. She's been with Bradshaw's for a long time, and she's one of those kids that I was talking about that was a bit all gangly and very quiet, and, you know, and was just so enthusiastic. Timing was terrible, like, oh my goodness me. But you know what? As I said, the passion was there, and to look at how far you've come, Rachelle, to when you first started at the studio, and now, you know, 3 bronze medals, and your doubles, and pardon me, I just think it's testament to you as a person, the tenacity that you've shown, and the determination, and the talent. Rachelle is one of my absolutely very best dancers, but apart from that, Rachelle is one of the nicest people that I know. the most genuine person that I know. And I'm just really proud of you, and I'm just so happy that you get the opportunity to once again grace the stage at Worlds. And yeah, so well done, and I think there's wonderful things in store for you. And this is the journey, and grasp it with both hands and enjoy it.